At the moment, we're on the east coast of Sri Lanka, where we're mapping the coral reefs around the region. So here we're doing ecological surveys, we're creating and constructing high-resolution maps of the reefs. Many of these reefs have never really been discovered or scientifically explored, so it's really exciting work that we're doing up and down the eastern coast here. So I lead a team of researchers. We study coral reef ecosystems. We study aspects of coral reef ecology as well as coral reef geoscience. So one of our major focuses is trying to understand reef structure and how different three-dimensional complexities on coral reefs create benefits for coastal communities. So this year we've had some of the warmest ocean temperatures ever recorded. We're seeing large-scale bleaching occurring in all parts of the global oceans and the tropical seas. Since we've been in Sri Lanka, we've witnessed large-scale and severe coral bleaching on the reefs here. This is occurring over wide spatial areas, and so we've been trying to do a lot of work to understand the severity of these bleaching, which corals are bleaching and which are being more resilient, and then mapping using drone photography the ultimate spatial extent of this bleaching. So coral bleaching is a stress response by the corals. It's a cry for help when they are stressed by their environmental conditions. So when ocean temperatures get too warm for a prolonged period of time, corals expel the algae that live inside their tissues, and that's what provides the color to the corals that you see on coral reefs. So when they lose this algae and they lose this color, what we're left with is these bright white skeletons, and this is what we call coral bleaching.
So a lot of my work has to do with looking at the total rugosity and structural complexity of the area, and then seeing how this changes along with other indicators such as biodiversity or even coral cover and turbidity, things that you typically associate with coral reefs. Yeah, so specifically the field I'm doing is conducting photogrammetry on the coral reefs around Southeast Asia. Basically I go around with multiple GoPros and take lots of pictures of the reef, and then we'll stitch them together into a larger image which is higher resolution, and then we can extract a lot of important and critical coral reef information from these pictures.
So here in Sri Lanka it's been a really interesting trip. A lot of these reef systems haven't been documented before, or they've been studied in very little detail. And so what we're trying to do is enhance and develop this knowledge of Sri Lankan's reef systems, which, as we have found out, is hugely extensive. There's reef systems all along the eastern coast of Sri Lanka, around the south coast and also around the west. And so a major objective of this project is to really characterize these reefs, the different conditions they live in, but also the different stresses that they're facing. A key output of this is really to gather this critical data that we get an understanding of the different communities, so that we can understand the ecosystem services that they provide coastal communities.